Hi, it's Troy at the Full Setup here, back with another video today, and today I want to tell you all why that you should not buy a reference AMD RX480. Now the RX480, it's been everywhere at the moment, it's all over the internet and everyone's going mad about it, and it is a brilliant card. Like, the chip in it is brilliant. It gives really good gaming performance, it's perfect for 1080p, you'll be able to run anything you want, and at 1440p settings you need to run it sort of medium to high settings, just tweak it to get a nice stable 60 frames per second. And if you would like to go and see some of those videos, please go over to my channel and have a look. But more, I want to tell you why I've already sold my graphics card. I've already got rid of it, and some of these reasons are just down to why I don't like it, and some of them are also sort of for me to actually use it for review purposes for the channel as well. So I know some of these won't apply, and sorry it's a mess in here because I've been doing benchmarking all weekend and my girlfriend's out in the garden. I've got paint all over my hands. It's been a nightmare, so I will try and get this video quite a little bit more structured than my normal rants. But point one, well, sort of what point one is basically going to be, its performance, the build quality of it all, and the software. The things there, sort of the three things that have really sort of got to me. So the performance wise of it is better than my GTX 960, but this is a personal one for me. I only have a display. I don't have a display port on my 144Hz monitor, which means I'm not getting a 144Hz monitor, and when I'm pushing it past 60Hz, it just looks a complete mess. So that's just a little personal reason. Hopefully on the non-reference we will see those. So bringing it over to non-reference is the build quality. And you can say, yeah, well, it's a reference model, it's not supposed to be that good. But we're not hearing massive amounts of complaints from the 1070 and 1080 reference, are we? We're not. Everyone's enjoying them and they've had overclocking success. Now, you will not really have much headroom for overclocking on this card because it's only using a 6-pin power. So it's got 150 watt and it's drawing about 145 watt from stock. So pretty much no headroom for that. Again, we've already seen online, or if you've, well, I've already seen, but go have a look, is the Asus Strix that's coming out. That's a very early, and then also the MSI Gaming as well with the Twin Forza cooler on it, and they will probably up to like 8 pins or an 8 and a 6 pin to allow overclocking, and these companies are already reporting they're hitting over 1.5 gigahertz with an overclock. So there's another reason to wait, because they're out in a couple of weeks. And then down to the build quality as well with the overclocking side of it, I suggest you go and have a look at a teardown video, because inside the card it's pretty badly built. The outside looks alright, but it's not being built very well, and this is another thing maybe of them rushing to just try and get something out there to gain some ground back in the GPU market. Also, the performance side of things, this was touted to hit performance around a 390X and a 980, when it's only just hitting the performance levels of a 970, even with a 970 beating it. Now, I think this will improve, and I think it will outdo the 970 once we have these models that we can overclock high, and once the software is better, because I was not very happy with the day one software whatsoever. Also, maybe just my experience from using Nvidia for the last year, I much prefer that software. I remember when I was first using Shadow Play, I thought, I wish this was just had a bit more options on it. I wish it was a bit better. After setting this up, I was like, I wish AMD had Shadow Play. I do not like the whole Plays TV. The gaming involved app doesn't even recognise that it's that card. I haven't been able to get certain things running on it, or I've had to use Bandicam to do recording, which is then having a hit. So I know that's just personal to a review perspective, but if you like to do gaming videos and stuff like that, again, this is where there's going to be an issue. So there's also, so that's basically all the performance side. Now there's the cost side as well that's involved with it. Now this was supposed to be VR to the masses, 1080p ultra settings gaming for everyone, and we know there will be a slight, you know, price bump at launch, but I think AMD should have been a bit more stern about this and actually had a maximum selling retail price on it, because in the UK at the moment, I paid 220, sold it for 200, so I've only lost 20 quid as well. In the UK at the moment, I've seen these retailing for about £260, so that's over $300 for an 8GB version. That's not affordable to a lot of people. So yeah, the price side of it in India as well is an absolute fortune. I think it's selling more than a 970 as well. So yeah, they haven't got it on the general price. And also as well, another reason to just sort of wait is that Nvidia have had to go and decide, we're not going to release the 1060 in August. They're going to be releasing it hopefully in the next few weeks. There's already slides going online comparing it to a 480, saying it beats it, but we know never to trust that. But we do know that it's going to have probably great day one drivers. I'll get shadow play back and I can do 144 hertz, so it's good for me, and it's hopefully it's good for you as well. It's going to be running on the GP106, rumors are saying. That's going to be the chip that it's using of the Pascal architecture, and it's going to be running between have a 3 gig memory and 6 gig memory at launch as well, and 192-bit bus. So that will be, what's that, 4.4 teraflops, I think they were saying. So yeah, all in all, it looks lower than the RX480, but didn't the 960, wasn't it like spec'd way lower than the 380? And wasn't it better than the 380? Didn't it have better drivers than the 380? Wasn't it cooler than the 380? And can you overclock it more than the 380? Yes, you could, all of those things. So yeah, AMD, very good chip with Polaris. I'm not going to take that away from you. It's very good. It's definitely in the right direction, but you should have released a better reference model. So if you are looking at buying one, if you're thinking of buying one next week, if you get paid next week or anything like that, you know, your parents are treating it to you, just wait 2 weeks. I know it's never a good time to buy computer parts. They're always out of date the day after you've bought them, but just wait a day because this reference model isn't very good.